Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, and the loving audience, all beautiful people present here from all around the globe. I, Miss Nada Ratkovic, the IIU board member, IIU co-founder of Europe, the president of IIU Research Center, welcome you all to the training session Safer Internet Day, SID 2023, jointly organized by IIU Research Center and IHRM from the Philippines. Together for the Better Internet, the event for all the educators around the globe. Let's join together for a better internet. So we know that the internet is a huge part of many people's daily lives, and the main motive behind celebrating International Safer Internet Day is to encourage people, especially children and young people, for safer and more responsible use of online and mobile phones. We have the power to promote the positive changes together for a better internet. So the theme of 2023 is let's talk about it, making spaces in conversation. So first, I'm pleased and honored to present our organizer. International Internship University is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional cost and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of 1,000 plus global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries, 6 continents, under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. The second organizer is International Human Rights Movement. International Human Rights Movement is working to strengthen and support all nations' capacity to engage the sustainable development through educational access, relief programs, ecological and bioethical reflections, actions, while taking into consideration the traditional social and cultural values of each nation. The main objective of the IHR movement are the service of humanity without caste, color, creed, the struggle against the violation of the human rights, the bloodshed, the terrorism, to provide services for noble cause of maintaining peace and disputes between the nations, groups, individuals, and organizations. Human rights, peace, democracy, education, health, child labor, women's rights against terrorism, narcotics, or drugs trafficking. Through hundreds of active volunteers associated in IHRC Special Monitoring Mission, they are active in all the corners of the world. Today, here with me is the president, the director of the IHRM from Philippines, Dr. Froilan de Mobo. Our next organizer is IIU Research Center. IIU Research Center is a unique hub establishment founded also by the IIU. It is giving you an opportunity to research, to the authors, to educators, to students, to scholars across the globe to enhance the research opportunities, academic excellence, real-world problem-solving, knowledge creation, dissemination. The high-caliber global educators team is dedicated to it. So here it is if you want to describe, to explain, to predict and control something, then the IIU Research Center is the place for you. Me, Professor Nada Ratkovic, as a president of IIU Research Center, thinks if you have ever thought about how would be the world without education, research, science, innovation, technology, or any development of anything, then the IIU Research Center is the place for you. But today we are here for celebrating Safer Internet Day. Yes, 2023 with the theme topic. Let's talk about it. Making spaces in conversation. So let's join together for a better internet. Let's explore respect and relationships online with IIU. So let me start today this session. As I said, today with me, I have an amazing trainer. I have an amazing researcher. I have a president of the International Human Rights Movement from the Philippines, Dr. Froilan Mobo. So today we will with you celebrate this great topic. So, as you see, International Safer Internet Day, and why it is specific this year. This year, it is 20 years of celebrating the Safer Internet Day. So let's start the event. I will share my screen. Just a moment. Okay. Okay. So, here is the topic. Dr. Froilan, is it visible?
Yes, it's visible. It's
Thank you.
visible.
Thank you. So, today, Safer Internet Day, SID 2023, want to talk about it, making space for the conversations. Together for a better internet, when every year it takes place every February on the 7th February, and it is the 20th edition of the campaign. So when, where, and what? Where? In 2022, Safer Internet Day was celebrating 180 countries. But this year, in 2023, I can say that all countries around the globe joined this 20 edition. So millions of people are coming together to celebrate this great day, this big day for the educators, for the industry, for the policy actors, for the entrepreneurs, for all who are, because today without internet, we cannot work. Internet today is really necessary. So this is a reach of this campaign. We have so many, I can say, in Europe on the global level, and in Europe, I can say in my country from the early morning, from 10 o'clock and a whole day till 6 p.m. the celebration will be. There are so many webinars, so many training sessions for the preliminary school, for secondary school, for the universities. And one of the main topic you will see what it means one like. We know that we are all on the social medias like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and especially the youth today is using TikTok and other social medias. So, what it means for us, one like, is it really necessary to use so much time for making likes to your friends, to others, or do you think isn't it better today to spend your time with your family, with your children, with the people who you love? Because this is like using internet for that things that is really not necessary. So let's start this. Let's see why this Safer Internet Day. This initiative was started 2005 and it is calling by the InSafe network, and today it is growing. It is growing worldwide, and we can say from the cyberbullying to all other social networks to the digital identity. And we know that we are everywhere putting our digital footprint. Your digital footprint is all around you. So you are giving your identity all around the globe. If you post something, it is very hard to move that. Yes, you think that you delete something from the Facebook, but that is always there. You really need to have permissions to delete that. These centers, these day committees, the SIC, we can say there is awareness. There are so many educational campaigns. So, if we are celebrating outside of Europe, like today on the global level, we can say that this is the same concept. This is the same concept, and it is strengthening through all the countries, and it is investing up harmonized promotion, and it is very closely with you to make this, to ensure this like a better internet. So, more than 150 global SID committees all around are based in Dakar, and in Europe, I can say it is globally in the Bristol. We have it in the Bristol. We know why Bristol is important for Europe today. So, just a moment. Okay. I'm muted. Just a moment. So here is, this writes on the Croatia. What is the price of one like? What is the price of one like? And there is somebody, and this is a program of prevention against all of the violences under the youth. Then Together for a Better Internet, the 20th edition. And there are so many sponsors today for this safety internet. In my country, you see how many we have sponsors for this day and it is all financed and we have granted from the European Union for this day. So making this responsible, making this technology for the children, for the youth, and bringing the main goal. The main goal is to raise awareness while at the same time it is taking so many actions. And this digital world, we can say there are no borders, and we need everyone to join it to work with others for a better digital experience. There are so many opportunities and the risks. This year's topic, want to talk about it, making space for conversations about life online, is taking a huge part in the lives of our youth, of our students today, because they're making so many games. They're posting on the social media. They're using video sharing. They are making new skills, and they think that this is really important for all to spend so many hours on the internet. And there are so many risks like cyberbullying that is very, very dangerous. And that we can say we need to fight against this bones. So these are the 10, we have 10 critical steps to help protect yourself online. You need today to know how to protect yourself online. So like example, you need to use strong passwords, avoid dangerous links, back up your data and more. So let us go through all these steps. Like example, first, don't open mail from strangers. Why? Why don't open mail from strangers? Let us see why we don't need to do that. So there's so many spams, phishing email, and if you attach them, you can download, and if you download the attachment, it can damage your network. It can damage your home network, and because you in this time you will install a malware. And what you make if you install a malware on your hard drive? That is a big problem. And in that case, you can lose all your data. You can lose all your data. And every day, every moment, you see so many phishing emails are coming. And this are, I can say, the cyber saving only can be full. So take care about this emails. Take care when you are opening these mails, and you always need to have idea what to open and what to not open, because it can damage your home network. Then the second is make sure your devices are up to date. What it means up to date? If you don't have some kinds of security software, but I think it is not so expensive. You need to have that. You need to have these web browsers devices, and you need to set up them automatically and then update them. The updates need to be very rarely. There are so many holes, security holes, that you need to detect in your programs or devices. Then the third is use strong passwords and change them frequently. You know, today, so many of you are using the passwords like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And still, even you are thinking about that nobody will not that is the easiest password to remember. So you need to protect yourself online using strong passwords, not use this kind of password, not use your dog's name, not use your child's name, not use your kid's birthday or your birthday. Try to remember that. So the best password you can remember can be, and these passwords have these malicious programs, and then you make a problem. So you need to use password management to, that is very important. You need to generate them, you need to store them, and it is always better than a single word with numbers and symbols inserted. So use an abbreviated sentence, a passphrase. And for extra security, change your password several times per year. That is important, to change your passwords several times per the year. The fourth rule is use two-factor authentication. What it means? What it means, use two-factor authentication. You need to verify your identity. You know, when you are logging, you need to use your username or password. In some cases, you will be asked to send a code, to send a text, to send it by phone, by email. Then you need to answer a security question. What kind of the question it can be, and you can use and have some extra seconds to log into your accounts. Like example, whenever two-factor authentication is available, less than the people who will be able to log into your account. So remember, when remember these cases, remember that you really need to have a two-factor authentication to verify your identity. This rule is next. This is from the Norton.com. We know that Norton.com is one of the famous antivirus program. And here are so many rules that you need to respect. So don't click on strange looking links. I'm sure that you had that you see this so many times, but don't click on the strange looking links. Like example, viruses and other forms of malware always are coming when you click on a link from someone you know. I see this month so many blocked accounts on the Facebook. I get so many messages from the friends like, please see it you on the TikTok. But when you see this kind of link, don't click on that, because it looks really strange. It have a typos, and you need to take care about this. Even it is coming from your trusted friend or from your family member, you never open that. You don't open that. So many funny videos are coming. I said from TikTok, and you need to be very careful, because better be safe than sorry. When you click on that, you get a malware. So that malware spreads very, very fast through your data. So take care about that. And remember, don't click on that link. The sixth is avoid using unsecured public Wi-Fi. If it is possible, if you don't have but you try to avoid accessing unsecured public Wi-Fi on your devices. Why? Because it has very vulnerable practices, like example, like social security number, financial information, or some kind of your websites. Better yet, use a VPN or your virtual private network to do your browsing when you are not at home. Try to use your private network. And then you can encrypt the data, you can send them, you can receive them, you can make it more harder than accept. So if you really need to do, you avoid entering this kind of information. Try to avoid using unsecured public Wi-Fi. Back up your data regularly. What it means, why to back up your data regularly. So if you want to save your data, I'm sure that all educators have so many data. And also, I'm sure that you are not doing this backup regularly. You need to do that. Why? Because if you want to enter information like your credit card number online, or you can use HTTPS, or you use the S at the end, and your connection can be encrypted. So anything from your website doesn't have this. So you should think about this. You should think about this twice if you want to save your financial information. So be smart with your financial information. And even you are shopping with something really frequently. So storing your information on that side, it is very easy for the hackers. I think that so many times when you buy something, you get a message. Please accept this, please, because the hackers are really following you. Even today, we know that we have the protection from the blockchain, from the Internet of the Things. So this high-end technology is high-end technology, but you really need to be smart with financial information, because for hackers, it is very easy to store your information and to get the access to your company's website, to your networks, or to any of your data. Backup your data regularly. What it means, you can be a victim. You can be a victim of the malware. So you can back up your data, and you can make it really certain kinds of security less problematic. If a hacker encrypts your data and make it, you can back it up a week ago. So you might not be able to get your data back. Back up your data regularly. Educate your family about online safety. Your whole family needs to be educated about online safety. Is my slide moving?
Yes, it's moving.
Okay. So we need to take care about the rights of the home security network. So your family needs to use just a moment. Dr. Mobo, can you continue, please?
Oh, yes, go ahead. Your slide is okay.
So I will finish after you, please.
Are you going to continue, or I'll interrupt you?
Okay, you can continue with your presentation.
So, good evening, dear colleagues from the academy. So, I'll be sharing my PowerPoint, my slides. So, good evening, dear academicians, dear friends from the global community. So, before we start about the safe internet, I'm once again I'm Dr. Froilan Mobo from the Philippines. So, I'm presently connected with the Philippine Emergency Care Academy. So, internet plays a vital role in our daily lives. Okay, so part of that is being safe always. So being safe always entails defending oneself, others from dangers and threats that can comprise their personal or our personal data that will result in dangerous contacts or even have an adverse effect on their or our mental health and welfare. Just like what Dr. Nada mentioned, it's very important to make to safeguard always our data. And then part of that, it is very important to make sure that all the transactions that you're doing online, you have to make it sure that they are always being validated, they are always authenticated. So it's very important to always to be safe. Then, of course, part of the internet safety is, of course, the role and importance of the internet in our daily life. So, part of that, by utilizing the internet, people are able to progress in almost all spheres of life because, as we all know, internet is a huge library that of course, students can do research, can do activities that we want to search. For example, there's a particular topic they want to learn. You can just simply go to a particular search engine, then you can simply define it. That's the important role of the internet. Sometimes it can be an area where you can learn things as part of a tutorial. It can be a link of people all over and create communities. For example, if you have a missing someone of your missing friends, it can be uh, you can reach them using platforms, using online platforms. So it is a great way of providing and accessing, of course, information which is available from all different platforms or other cross platforms, whether you will be using an open source application or a Windows applications by using those role of the internet. So it plays a vital role on the part of when we use internet in our daily life. So as long as you make sure that you are always safe. So part of that, of course, the importance of the internet for students and also for the professional, it plays a wide range of useful, of course, by doing blogs, articles related to topics. For example, the teachers and students can access from them from any part of the world. For example, just like what we are doing during the time of pandemic and up to now, there's we're still on living with the pandemic. We can use internet as part of our learning platform. For example, using the learning management system. For example, using Zoom as part of our online delivery of lessons. So those things are part of the role and importance of internet, which can be downloaded or it can be accessed anytime, anywhere. It is easy for us because this platform is being used long time ago by or organizational purpose by the government so that the students or teacher can access them at any time, just like what I mentioned a while ago, and use them to complete their research or assignment in a positive manner. So those are the importance of internet. For example, just like what I'm doing right now as a researcher, I can do research by not going to a particular library, but if you're going to access the internet, you can definitely you can do uh, you can search particular topics using different platforms. For example, the Google Scholar or other ResearchGate platforms that will entail you to do research findings. So those are the importance of using internet. And part of that, you can use also them as part of your, for example, you can play games as long as it will help you in doing your activities. Okay, so those are basic importance of the internet, not only for the students but also on the part of other sectoral areas. Then the benefits of the internet when we do business, of course, it plays a significant role and helps in establishing, of course, a business. It is also suitable for already to establish companies for the expansion of small business, just like what happened 2 years ago during the start of the pandemic. All majority of the sectoral group or in the industry side, they use internet as part of their operational ways to earn profit, to earn money. So those are the benefits that we can get from the internet. So when we use, for example, when we engage in online selling, online business, so it also helps because you don't need to go to a particular place. You don't need to meet your client face to face, but you can do it and using online transactions. So those are basic benefits that we can get, uh, that we can establish when we use internet as part of the transactional part in doing business in a particular organization or in any types of business. And of course, we are becoming dependent on technology and ourselves because, for example, in your mobile phone, you can access the internet from time to time. You can check the weather, you can check the status. For example, just like what happened, no, just like to say that using internet, we can get news. We can be updated, no. For example, from other countries, just like in Turkey, I have learned that Turkey was there's a huge earthquake 8 hours ago that took place in Turkey. So that is a sad story that we have heard. So using internet, we would be able to get informations in a real time mode. And part of that, of course, many other aspects of daily lives can do importance of the internet in the modern. And so, guys, when we use internet as part of our daily routines, we will be able to be updated, to get notifications. For example, if you're using an internet as a Facebook, you will be able to you get notifications from them. You can do meetings. You can set reminders. For example, if you will be doing a business transaction in a particular date, you can set it using an online reminder or notification. So those are benefits that you can get from doing safe internet, because guys, if we're be utilizing the importance and role of internet, we would be able to get or earn profit from this, just like what happened during the pandemic. Of course, a lot of face-to-face transactions has been stopped, but part of it is when we do transaction using internet, we could definitely continue it. For example, the role of having the education side, we can continue our education using an online platform. So that's another advantage or benefits that we can get using internet, of course. And of course, part of the importance of internet safety and security is everyone nowadays is using online platforms, okay, in our daily life, and it increases the vulnerability or risk of getting personal information stolen or misused. So of course, the internet plays a significant role in keeping our files and data locked in a safe place. For example, in my journal, I have learned that there is one group that who have cloned our journal. So it is important to disseminate information, of course, using platform that this group are copying and getting misinformation just to mislead all authors. So those are the importance of having a safety security internet, to be aware of what is happening, because guys, we cannot limit all those people that who wants to do bad things using internet, but part of it, having a security processes, you can be able to be aware what is going. As long as you're doing safety protocol, the importance of having an internet site, and of course, it is becoming to connect with people worldwide and to talk face to face, just like what we are doing right now. Part of that, we can do webinars, hybrid conferences by using any platform. For example, we can also use Facebook, the group chat, the video call, everything. We can use Zoom and other platforms in absence of a face-to-face. So this can do, this can shorten the distance between two places. For example, if you go just like what we're doing right now with IIU and IHRM, we can continue this kind of conversation, this kind of activity by using online platforms, of course. So the internet makes it easy to learn, of course, new skills, and we can educate ourselves, our friends, while we are sitting in our home. Okay, for example, watching YouTubes, you will be able to learn the ABCs, for example, of doing or troubleshooting a particular place or your car, or doing a research article, or doing an ICT part, for example, doing a programming or troubleshooting a particular parts of your computer. So by using those online platform, you can do it in a simple way. Okay, so it plays a vital role, of course. And of course, on the part of the safe internet, so we can play the significant role. We can share, we can guarantee that you are on a safe online. You can take your ideas on the internet into account as long as you use it properly. For example, in doing research, it is very important, of course, to cite properly the author to avoid plagiarism. Because nowadays, using the online platform, we would be able to trace them easily, and you can learn how to share your ideas on the internet. You want, for example, by publishing article on a reference journal and have it indexed, for example, in Scopus or other higher indexing database, because the internet plays a vital role. Just like what I mentioned during our first discussion, it is a huge library that can be used as part of learning platform. And then you can use chat, you can do conversation with your friends, with your class. Okay, so you can listen to particular topics using YouTube or using recorded discussions, and it can also protect you from cyberbullying as long as that you have established a particular policies and guidelines. So building a better internet for you, it will secure your future, of course, on the part of your investment, in other platforms, and you can teach yourself how to use internet safety by using these things, and give your self skills to understand what is the real and what is fake. Just like what I mentioned, guys, of course, in the internet, it plays a general role. For example, in doing things, you should always be careful on the fraud, okay, or fake website, fake journals, fake things. You should be aware that if you can search these things using, of course, internet, you can learn and study that internet can be used in a good or bad situation. But if you use it in a good situation, so definitely you will be able to maximize it everything. You can use that for your business, you can use that for communications, you can use that for online learning and other ways. Because this one, as long as you can think of something, it is really doable. Okay, for example, the Internet of Things, the Education 4.0, it happens because of using an internet connection. So without the internet, there will be no communications connecting to our friends. For example, just like what we are doing, for example, with Dr. Nada, with the IIU, with other communication, with the other international groups. So with this, we can definitely communicate them in a safe environment. And of course, online safety is just being careful when using internet, because when we always ask them, referred to as a safety or electronic safety or online safety, it includes every piece of technology from computers, other gadgets, smartphones, tablets that is internet based or internet based connective And being safe on online entails defending oneself from others, from dangers and threats from other source of platforms. Okay, and this can compromise your personal data. That's why it's very important that you should always secure it. Okay, uh, don't share your data in online in any platforms. Don't avoid answering unknown emails or text messages or other photos from coming from an internet. For example, if someone sent you a particular emails and you are not aware of it, you have to ignore it. You have to check everything. You have to double check, because otherwise you will be compromises of problems. It will result to danger contacts, or even it will have an adverse effect, of course, on the part of your mental health and welfare. For example, by identifying things which is really good, it will lead you to a particular better place. Okay, just like for example in the journal, just what I always tell them, uh, you have to check, to verify and to validate every aspects. For example, in submission of papers in a particular journal, to avoid predatory journal using an online platform. So these things is doable, and it can help you on the part of using internet, using safe internet. And of course, celebrating Safer Internet Day for Children, of course, it was being mandated in the Presidential Act of 417 since of 2018. So it is one of the government strategies to raise awareness, of course, in the growing need to protect, of course, children from risk and abuse. Because, guys, nowadays, especially during the pandemic, a lot of problems using child abuse or other problems because of using internet. But if you use it properly, you will be getting rid of those problems which is being encountered by uh, uh, children. So to protect them, of course, is to help them to use the technology platform in a proper way. Okay. And then internet now is safer for kids in an online sexual abuse law, because we have a following law, which is the Republic Act 11930 from the Philippines. This is an act of online sexual abuse or exploitation of children. So if we have a better safety internet usage, we should also establish a particular law to protect us, our son. Okay, of course, other problems, which is, for example, under Republic Act 9160, they're known as the anti-money laundering. So this is always connected to a particular internet or online transactions. And part of that, of course, the cybersecurity. Another situation in using an internet safe is on protecting your platforms or systems from unauthorized access or being otherwise damaged or made inaccessible. So it's very important to know the situation or to check all the aspects that might be able to resolve to a particular problem to your system or to damage a particular information. So security is a broader category that protects all information's assets, of course, especially the money if we're talking about it, whether in a hard copy or digital form. So all this doing transaction in a particular internet, so we should always check those particular aspects and other policies and guidance which is being set by a particular government. Just like, for example, in the Philippines, we have a Republic Act or a law regarding those policies and guidance which can be the role, okay, to be guided very well. Okay. And how to protect your online privacy, it's very basic. Okay, so do not share your data online. It's very important. Okay, use strong and unique passwords and two-factor authentication. This is to avoid from getting your account to be hacked. And then you have to tighten privacy settings for your online accounts. It's very important to secure, to update your antivirus if there's a need, and purge unused mobile apps and browse extensions. It's very important if there's some unused application, you have to remove it. Otherwise, it will serve as a backdoor to a particular hacker and block search engines from tracking you. So all these platforms only plays a vital role, especially if we're doing transactions that will give problems soon to your family. Okay, so there's a lot of uh, wrong information or bad people, bad websites, and even cybercrime on the internet. So what's the main point there is you should always check, verify the existence of a particular company. Okay, so you should check them, uh, conduct several follow-ups on that you have to make sure that you have a particular safer internet. So uh guys, you should always be aware of what is what is being stipulated on your policies guidelines on using internet. So that would be all on my part. Thank you for inviting me and to collaborate with the International Human Rights Movement, because we are happy to do this task, and we are also excited that we can transfer knowledge to all peoples, uh, of course not only in the Philippines but of course in other global area. So that would be on my side. Once again, good
Thank
evening
you.
and
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mobo. It was an excellent presentation. There were so many great comments of our audience. Thank you for your presentation, because today this is really a very important topic. And this collaboration with the International Human Rights Movement from the Philippines, IIU Research Center, and because we are here for knowledge, sharing knowledge, like you say, for the human rights for all. And I will continue because I didn't finish my. Let's talk a little more about this very important topic. Thank you, Dr. Mobo.
so
Let
much.
okay, let me continue. Okay, uh, I was, I think, here. Uh-huh. Educate your family. Okay. So I started stop here. So we listened, Dr. Mobo. There is nothing that he didn't mention about this important topic. So I will continue also with some very important rules. Like example, educate your family about online safety. What it means for us, what it means to educate your family, because we know our children, our students, our relatives all today are using internet. And if we are talking about that, we can talk about the home security network. And yes, the blockchain technology today is helping a lot for this home security network. And if you want to use this, if you want to be this part of this effort, you need to know a lot. You need to make sure that everyone who use networks know how to keep it secure. And yes, kids really need to learn a lot about the cyber safety. So avoid sharing your personal information. We know that that can damage. We have cyber criminals who can identify all your details, like your name, like your address, your financial information, and everything you are having and giving it online. So it is very easy when you share your personal information online, and a hacker is waiting for you. So be careful about using your names, about creating your websites. And if you want, and also when you share online surveys or any form, you needed to complete it, and you need to not talk a lot about your personal information. Staying safer online is really a challenge. Also, it can give you You can give them a hint for your credit card. You can lead them to your home address. That interactions online can always treat interactions with a stranger who is walking down. So the same rules can help you stay safer online. Very important for our youth, for saving the space, for promoting well-being. We know that this internet, if we are a lot on the internet, if we are using a lot the social media, it can destroy our health, our well-being. So we need to think also on the health. Health is the wealth. So take up care about how many times you are spending on the internet, especially the youth, the young people today. Here I want to show some things. Today I have a great Safer Internet Day event with my partners from all around the world. E-twinning, a platform we in Europe are using a lot in e-twinning. Also today we pray for our partners from Turkey, because we know what happened yesterday, what happened in Turkey. So we are praying for them, for our Turkey partners, for Syria partners, and for all the people who are damaged in this earthquake. Safer Internet Day, I want to show some. If you don't make no actions, if you don't do this with your students, like example, my students get a task to make posters to give the messages for this important day. So together for a better internet, we are on e-twinning platforms. Here we know that we need to have the main rules for the internet security. Then e-safety, safe games together for a better internet. This is on Croatia, but it writes, create strong passwords. Be careful with what you are downloading. Turn on your private settings. Think before you post. So never share your password. Use a secure VPN. Be careful what you post. So this is really important when your students are sharing. Beware of phishing and email escape. So see, we need to bring awareness to them to think about this, about the malwares, about these emails, about the senders, about not sharing the financial information. Then connect, reflect, protect. You see, this is the messages. Don't get hooked. Think before you click. Then, this is from Croatia. This is from my students. Online security tips. How to be safe online. Be safety, not sorry. So, cyber safety tips. Then, in safe, want to talk. Make space for conversations about life online. Safer Internet Day, together for a better internet. When you give them the task, they show you through this visualization what it means for them. Visualization today, like through the cartoon, you see cyber theft, how they are making stories through cartoon. So maybe it is just a coincidence, but if you don't share this, if you don't make them, they every international day need to be celebrated. Even if we are talking about digital literacy, financial literacy, media literacy, eco literacy, everything you need to share with your students in any subject you are teaching. So, see, what is electronic violence by cyberbullying? This is the way how they are learning. You need to learn them through this way, through the practice, not only the theory. So how then? They are thinking about the digital footprint, out of sight, out of mind. And this is the main aspect of the digital footprint for the cyber criminals and cyber. So how to protect your digital footprint? You need to have a secondary email because you will not always use your main accounts. You are using main accounts only when you are sure and only in the case you need that. So never share your real email. Never share your passwords, never especially your chats, because we see they are so weak, they're so weak credential, and cyber criminals can crack in the second. If you are using the camera, cover a camera with a piece of black tape or dedicated cover, because if you are not sure, don't use your camera. Use your legal right to be forgotten. European Union have the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and other laws. You need to ask for your data. If you don't have a permission, especially this year, what this year is important. You see how many parents are sharing the photos of the children. Don't do that. Dear parents, don't do that. Don't share that photos from your child. That is really not important to be on the internet, because that can be used in not good situations. So the digital identity protection is really important. And if you want to delete your digital footprints, you need to leave the web entirely. And that is very complicated. Remember, the hackers are waiting. They are using your old information. They will find all about you. You know, when I give my students a task to make a digital footprint about me, I'm so surprised when I see what they found about me. And why? Because we are sharing that. We are sharing the photos. We are sharing all that information. So think and remember, the best way to delete your digital footprint is to clean it up, one account and device at the time. This is a work from a student with a special needs. So take care about the personalization, take care about your students with special needs, and take care with your gift students. Gift students is the same like a student with a special needs. For them, this day is really important. This is a globe. This is how a student see this, and what is for them is the insane. So let's talk little about the cyberbullying. We have two types of violence: direct attack and attack through the intermediary. If we talk about the direct attack, we see what can be and who can be abuser: sending messages by cell phone, email, or chat, stealing and changing passwords, sending disturbing images. This is a direct attack. Take care about this direct attack. And it can be for another person, and we know that it is calling cyberbullying. Then attack through the intermediaries. We have violence, and it can occur through the victim, through a third person, and it can be unaware. So in this way, the abused person can have so many inconveniences. Take a care about that, because this attack can be more dangerous type of violence over the internet. So fake, shame, and troll. Think about that. What does such a form of violence include? Online violence can include spreading offensive comments, inciting group hatred, privacy attacks. Remember this, and harassment, stalking, and insult. These are online violence are including. So teasing, cyberbullying, name calling, harassment, mean words, threats, gossiping, and rumors. Remember, tips for parents: emphasize them to be careful who they give their cell phone numbers to. Let them carefully use some of chat services over the cell phone. If they get a message from an unknown number, let them not respond. And please explain to your children how a joke can easily go from funny to offensive. So what the research showed today: research as many as 18% of children between the ages of 12 and 14 have been victims of some form of online violence. 62% stated that the bully was a person they know or even a classmate. This is a really true. It is really a classmate, and it is today. I know so many examples of this kind of bullying. Girls are more often victims than frequent bullies on the internet than the boys, and 11% of them declare themselves as internet bullies. So in Croatia. You can go through safer internet, and not only in Croatia, through all around the globe. You can go through all the SDGs. So the lecture outcomes can be list the goals of sustainable development, explain the roles of statistics, analyze infographics for individual sustainable development goals, and implement internet security in sustainable development goals. This can be one of the tasks for you, dear educators. Like example, you can implement internet security in SDGs. You can analyze the infographics for this. You can explain the role of statistics, and you can list the goals. If you give the objectives, you need to get the outcomes. So through all these 17 SDGs, you can make the internet safer day. So I will only show a few things. You see, through the first goal and poverty in all its forms everywhere. You see, this is a visualization, global poverty rate. So through all 17 SDGs, try to make this task with your students. The second goal, the third goal, through nutrition. You see, at the heart, nutrition is always at the heart of the SDGs. Every $1 invested gives you $16 return. In all this, $1, 16 return. So think about this, do and try this with your students through this gender equality index, through the sixth goal, through the seventh goal, through the eighth goal, through the new economy. We are talking about the digital economy. We are talking about the new possibilities. And this today day is a digital revolution. And IIU is bringing you a digital revolution. So try and think about this very important topic today. I want to thank to our great Dr. Mobo. You see today this workshop on the fake news. Try with this, try with digital. I said not only digital literacy, media literacy. You see Angelina and Brad Pitt are together again. This is a breaking news. This is a fake news. This fake news make your children, your students, they are confused with this fake news. So teach them, educate them, use different digital tools to raise awareness about the fake news, what they are reading. Fake news, fact checking workshops. Do this, do so many workshops with your students, and thank you for your attention today. So, Dr. Mobo, we come to the end. We want to thank you to the great webinar, to the great training session. Very important topic. Thanks for the IHRM. Thanks for the collaboration. Our great Dr. Mobo is always here. We are working a lot together on big tasks, on big topics, on education, and in the human rights. Let's see, Dr. Mobo, do we have any questions from our audience? Let's see. Let's see what they write. Do we have any question? If we need to answer. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I don't see. Please, dear audience, thank you for being with us. Be free. Ask us any question. We are here to answer, please. Thank you for an interesting meeting. Please. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Mobo. I don't see that we have questions. Keep up the good work. So we want to thank to our great audience. We want to thank to our Sir Piyush Pandit for giving us this opportunity. We are coming soon, very soon, with new topics. At the end of the month, we will have a big blockchain summit. So be free if you are expertise in this field, join us. You can make a lesson. Also, you can join us in any training session. So, till our next session, stay safe, stay healthy, and let us once again pray to all our Turkey educators, to our Syria, and to all who are blessed by this Earth Day. So, thank you. Thank you so much for this great day.
Thank you.
Yes. Say bye. Bye bye. Thank you, Dr. Mobo. Bye.